Good evening and welcome back to our channel. I'm the J from AJM Beauty and thanks for tuning in to watch me. Today, I don't really know what I'm doing, so I kind of just wanted to play around in some shadows and see what we come up with. Kind of like a get ready with me. All right, so we're just gonna jump right into it. I'm gonna keep it really kind of cool toned. I'm gonna go in with this little middle shade. This is the Nightingale Pretty Vulgar palette. It's fun. But anyways, I'm gonna start off with Pillow Fight just to put all over the lid, and I'm gonna zoom you guys in. Tell me guys what you think about having this in the background versus just the white wall behind me. If you guys kind of like seeing that stuff behind me, or if you prefer just the white wall, comment down below and let me know. We're gonna start off with my big fluffy brush that I always use. And we're just gonna dip right in to Pillow Fight. It's like a creamy shade. And we're just gonna dust this all over the lid. Maybe I'll do a halo eye. Okay, so next we're gonna dip into this shade. It's called Hide and Seek. Same brush. I'm just gonna put this in the crease area and I'm just slowly gonna just build that color up. And I'm not really being precise with it either. I'm just fluffing it around. And then dipping back into that Pillow Fight shade just to blend everything back together on the edges. I will say I'm getting a little bit of kickback in the pan, but I don't really care about that. I don't know about you guys. I don't give a... Okay, so I'm just gonna take a little bit of a smaller fluffy brush. I'm actually going to take this Carly Bible palette, Deluxe Edition with BH Cosmetics. So I'm just going to use this cool toned brown down here at the bottom. It has a little bit of shimmer in it. And we're just going to deepen up that crease. And I feel like that brush is a little bit too fluffy for that color. I'm gonna switch brushes. This brush is really dirty, but it's my favorite fluffy brush because it's tapered. Hopefully it doesn't ruin the look. I'm gonna go for a really bold eye, and I have no falsies to put with it, so that's fine. Okay, and then I'm gonna go back in with that fluffy brush and back into that first shade, Pillow Fight, from the Pretty Vulgar palette. And again, just balancing out the edges and really blending those out. And then here is where I'm gonna start packing in some color here. Looks like this. And we're gonna dip into the shade Swoop right here. And I'm gonna start making that halo eye. And then the same thing that I did on the outer corner is what I'm gonna do on the inner corner. You're probably gonna hear my husband in the background of this because he's playing his game right now and they're getting competitive. Okay, and then the same thing on the other side. That looks pretty. Okay, so now I'm gonna go back in with that fluffy but not so fluffy brush, and we're gonna dip back into Hide and Seek. And I'm actually gonna mix Hide and Seek and the one right next to it, Dark Side. Love that. Ashley will love that. And I'm just gonna buff this into the crease. Yeah, she's getting real smoked out today. That sounded not that kind of smoke. Smoky eyeshadow smoke. And a little bit back into hide and seek and a little bit into pillow fight, that very first shade. And we're just gonna buff out the edges. We are gonna dip into this shade that I've been dying to use, that I haven't had a chance to use. Silver Spoon. It's like a dark blue shade. And I'm gonna pat this on the outer edges, and then I'm gonna do something bright in the center. I know you're like, oh girl, that's looking a little muddy, that's looking a little crazy, but we're gonna clean it up, okay? Okay. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna wipe off the excess. I'm just gonna press, 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 press. Press, 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 and try and mold the two shades together. Tapered brush. We're not gonna put any more pigment on her, but we're just gonna kind of blend over that shimmer and shadow. I feel like that just fluffed around the shimmer, and now I'm looking like a crazy, not so great mess. So we're gonna take a brush. We're gonna try to use a brush instead of my finger. Try and save this look. Hopefully this doesn't turn out bad. If it does, I mean, that just means I won't post it. And then we're gonna use some Fix Plus, MAC Fix Plus, to spritz her up. Oh yeah, honey, okay. I'm gonna take this highlighting shade right here, this white shade that's in the palette, in the Carly Bible palette, and I'm gonna pop that on the center of the lid. I'm just gonna wipe off this excess onto my sweatshirt because I don't have anywhere else. And I'm gonna take that same brush.
No.
Try and blend those two shades together. I'm literally using my sweatshirt to wipe off my brushes right now. Don't judge. Okay, anyways, for lower lash line, I'm gonna go back into that hide and seek color that we used at the very beginning. And since we're so smoky, I'm gonna really smoke this out. Okay, and then we're gonna go into Dark Side, which is right next to it. And we're gonna use a little bit of a smaller brush for that. A little tighter, but still we're really gonna blow this out. Okay, we're just gonna take a definer brush now. And I'm gonna take black, this all-nighter black here. And we're gonna stamp that on the lower lash line to define. Let's try to dip into the Jaclyn one. See if that one's a little better. Oh honey. The black shadow in the Pretty Vulgar palette. It's called All Nighter, but it looks pretty pigmented. It might not show on camera versus the Morphe one. Does not look as pigmented, but it definitely is. So that goes to show, don't judge a book by its cover. Don't judge a shadow by its swatches either. Wow, she's smoky. She is really smoky. And then that lower lash line is pretty much complete. So I'm gonna take some eyeliner and pop that in my waterline. I'm gonna use the Tarte Sex Kitten. So looking at that black on the lower lash line, it was a little bit too blown out. So what I'm thinking I'm gonna do is dip back into that hide and seek shade with a fluffy brush, whatever. And I'm gonna barely put that underneath it just to kind of balance it out. And that's pretty much the whole eye look complete. I'm gonna pop on some blush, some mascara, and I will be right back. Ooh, I am really digging this. This is definitely like party look, but I'm really digging it so far. Okay, so for highlighter, it is this shade, Shine. It's white, and it's in this rosé highlight collection by Bad Habit. And then I'm probably gonna take maybe the shade next to it, this shade, and do that for like my nose and my forehead and stuff. Woo, love it, love it, love it. Now we gotta figure out what we're gonna do with the lips. So I did this blue lip with the blue eye. Definitely not every day. I think the blue on blue is a little too much. So I'm gonna wipe this off, this lip off, and I'm gonna put on something a little more neutral to finish off the look. Oh yeah. That color. I love it. That's so much better. Alright, you guys, this is the completed look. Thank you guys so much for watching. Of course, tune in for our next video. But if you enjoyed, please hit the thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the notification bell if you want to know every time that we make a new video. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Ooh! I just dropped my brush. Meh. That was an eye booger. Lovely. Yes! Way back. I just freaking dropped my brush again. Like the all-nighter shade, the black shadow in the Pretty Vulgar all-nighter, the black, my life. Shall. Hey, I'm almost done. I'm almost done. Don't start that yet.
Stop it.
Open the door.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Open the door.
Sorry.
Men.
Sorry.
Whoops.